In the vast world of billionaires, few names are as mysterious and controversial as Gautam Adani. Once the third richest person on Earth, briefly even overtaking Jeff Bezos, Adani was the pride of India's booming infrastructure revolution. But in a single day, $50 billion of his fortune evaporated. The reason? A bombshell report by Hindenburg Research, the same firm that exposed fraud at Nikola Motors. They accused Adani of orchestrating the largest corporate con in history. This is the story of a corporate empire built on alleged stock manipulation, political favoritism, and financial trickery, one that crashed almost as fast as it rose. Gautam Adani was born in 1962 into a modest family in Gujarat, India. One of 7 siblings, he left school at 16 and moved to Mumbai to work in diamond trading. In 1981, he returned to Gujarat to manage his brother's packing factory. That small role became the launchpad for his ambitions. By 1988, he founded Adani Exports, now known as Adani Enterprises. The company rapidly became India's biggest coal trader and mining contractor. Liberal economic reforms in the 1990s allowed the group to expand into metals, textiles, and agriculture. In 1995, Adani acquired and revamped the Mundra port, later turning it into India's largest private port. A year later, he launched Adani Power, which became the country's largest thermal power producer. Soon, Adani Group was everywhere, running ports, airports, power plants, gas supply lines, railroads, and even dominating solar panels, media, data centers, and financial services. With India pushing for rapid infrastructure growth, the Adani Group was perfectly positioned and politically connected. Adani's close relationship with Prime Minister Narendra Modi raised eyebrows. Both men hail from Gujarat, and media outlets noted how Adani's fortune rose alongside Modi's political career. In 2018, when the government moved into the natural gas sector, Adani Group won 25 out of 126 bids. That same year, they won all 6 contracts in the controversial privatization of Indian airports, despite lacking experience in the sector. Critics cried foul. Was Adani winning on merit or on influence? Despite employing over 23,000 people globally, Adani Group remains tightly controlled by the family. 8 of the 22 executives are Adani relatives. Decisions are top-down and often shrouded in secrecy. More disturbingly, family members have been linked to illegal activity. Gautam's brother Rajesh Adani faced charges in a diamond fraud scheme involving fake offshore companies. Instead of being fired, he was promoted to managing director. Another executive, Vinod Adani, was named in the Panama Papers. According to Hindenburg, Vinod ran a web of 38 shell companies in Mauritius, the UAE, and the Caribbean, many with no legitimate business, but holding billions in Adani stock. From 2020 to 2022, Adani's listed companies experienced meteoric stock growth, some rising over 4,000%. But infrastructure companies don't usually explode like tech startups. Something didn't add up. Then came the Hindenburg Report. Published on January 24, 2023, it accused Adani of accounting fraud, stock manipulation, and creating a network of fake offshore firms to artificially pump stock prices. They called it the largest con in corporate history. Among the claims, Adani insiders allegedly held 75% of shares, allowing them to control prices. Offshore firms in tax havens like Mauritius and Cyprus were used to park stocks. Only 10% of shares were actually available to public investors. These fake companies allegedly funneled money back into Adani stocks to inflate values. The report suggested that Adani Group used its inflated stock to secure loans, and then used those loans to buy more stock. A financial feedback loop, or a legal infinite money glitch. After the Hindenburg report, Adani lost $50 billion in a week. Across 21 trading sessions, the group's listed companies lost 57% of their market cap, around $136 billion. Adani. Total Gas lost 77%, followed by Adani Green and Adani Transmission, each losing over 70%. Even the flagship Adani Enterprises dropped by more than half. International investors panicked. Norway's largest pension fund dumped Adani Green stocks after learning they were used as collateral for loans to coal operations. Citigroup and Credit Suisse stopped accepting Adani bonds as loan collateral. Morgan Stanley and others pulled out completely. Adani Group denied all accusations, calling the Hindenburg report a calculated attack on India. They issued a 413-page rebuttal, but the market wasn't convinced. Hindenburg replied that the rebuttal dodged questions and, ironically, confirmed some claims. Then, out of nowhere, George Soros weighed in. The 92-year-old billionaire claimed the scandal would spark a democratic revival in India. The Indian government quickly pushed back, accusing Soros of interfering in domestic affairs. Today, Adani is no longer India's richest man, but he remains a billionaire. His group has shifted focus to repaying debt, conserving cash, and winning back investor trust. But questions remain. Is Adani the mastermind of a massive fraud, or the victim of a politically motivated attack? Investigations are underway. Indian regulators and the Reserve Bank are probing stock irregularities and bank exposure. But given Adani's ties to the government, many wonder whether the investigations will lead to real consequences. Should we trust Hindenburg? Legally, their report skirts a fine line. If they used insider information or published false claims, it would be illegal. But so far, no evidence of this has emerged. Ethically, it's complicated. Hindenburg profits when stocks collapse, but if they're exposing real fraud, many argue that it's a public service. Mark Humphrey Jenner, a finance professor in Australia, says that Adani's rebuttal used a common legal tactic, flooding investigators with irrelevant info to delay action. It's the same move FTX pulled before collapsing. The Adani saga is a rare window into the dark side of rapid wealth, unchecked power, and the fragile foundation that can lie beneath shiny stock prices. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. This scandal has shaken the global financial world and challenged how we think about billionaires, government ties, and the power of research in the digital age. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.